Hello and welcome to yet another exciting fixture of the Women's International T20I tournament. It's match number 9. It's between Japan and Philippines. They'll be battling it out here at Sano International Cricket Stadium. We are in this beautiful part of the country. The weather is bright, it's looking very, very sunny. Um, and we can expect a full day of cricket, an uninterrupted day of cricket. A lot of action coming up, and both teams have got back to winning ways. They've registered their first win of the tournament yesterday, and since now we are approaching the business end of the tournament, both teams will want to finish on a high. So weather has been good, so that's really good to see. We're glad that it's bright and sunny, and we're hopeful that we're going to see some quality cricket between two sides, and it's going to be an uninterrupted day of cricket. So let's hope for the best. Meanwhile, the toss has just taken place, and it's Philippines who have won the toss, and they have asked Japan to have a bat first. So Philippines will be starting off with the ball, and it's a very interesting call though, and it'll be interesting to see how the bowlers go about their business. What's going to be their game plan? We will find out everything in the next few minutes. We'll start off in about 15 minutes time from now, and before that, we'll just have national anthem ceremony before we get kickoff. So definitely an exciting fixture. You don't want to miss that. So stay tuned, everyone. Don't go too far. We will be right back. So the national anthem ceremony is done. Teams have dispersed, and here are the lineups. We'll start off with the home side. Japan, they've got Chandel, a very fine all-rounder, followed by Fujikawa, another talented all-rounder. Goto, Iwasaki, very good with the bat. Kato, Kusura, Morita, Ogawa, Ota, Dokshi, and Yanagira. Plenty of talent in that lineup. And we'll quickly switch over to the Philippines lineup. There you go. Busa at the top, followed by Medianesta, Donovan, Tyra, Valdez, Keane, very exceptional with the new ball. Miranda, Smith, very good at the top of the order. Andriano, Keane, and Castiello. Lots of all rounders and two specialist batters in that lineup. And it's going to be a very heated clash. Both teams have registered a win in their previous fixture, and they will leave no stone unturned in this game as well. And since we are approaching the business end of the tournament, this fixture will be really, really important for both teams. And the outcome of this fixture will surely decide the standings in the points table. At the moment, it's looking quite tricky for the two teams. But now we're just moments away from ball number one. We should be up and running in just a few minutes' time. Right then, we are just few moments away from liftoff. The players have taken the field. Umpires are waiting in readiness as well. Play is about to get underway. And there you go, the bowler warming up. I think it's going to be Keane who'll kick off the proceedings for Philippines with the new ball. Ota and Kato are going to be opening the batting for Japan. Ota will take strike. And apologies, it's not Keane, it's Donovan who will be opening the proceedings with the new ball for Philippines. Here we go. Oh, low full toss this time. Not a very ideal start for Donovan and for Philippines. They'll get a run. Now, is that a no ball? Just gets away with it. Umpire being a little kind on that occasion, not penalizing Donovan early doors. She gets her length completely wrong on that occasion, only costs her a single. So Ota is away, and Japan are off the mark in this match as well. Much better. Finally, she's able to land it in the right area. Kato was drawn on the front foot, just defends it to point. That's really wide, but she's managed to get some bat on it. Just couldn't pierce the offside field, and looks like they have taken a run. No, it's a dot ball. Just couldn't get that one away. That was a bit of a gift, really, from Donovan. Just couldn't make the most of it. Liana miss. This time it will be a wide. A gentle half volley shaping away. Kato just does not get any bat on it, but she didn't have to because the umpire has called it a wide. Nicely balled, much better. A good comeback ball after balling that wide, pitching it up into the block hole, and Kato just keeping that one out. That's really wide once again, and the keeper misses. So some bonus runs in the offing for Japan. Couple of wides. Donovan has just struggled a little bit with her radar. She's getting that movement, but she's getting her line wrong. That ball was too wide on that occasion. Japan will be looking to strike early doors. Low full toss again. Length not quite ideal. She's been a little bit erratic, Donovan. She's not been able to hit the right areas. The control hasn't really been there with the new ball. It's quite difficult to ball with the new ball. It can get very tricky because it's new, it can be slippery, and moreover, as a bowler, you're a little bit tentative early on in your first couple of overs, not sure what to expect. Last ball of the over has been a good one for Japan, and it's been pushed down the ground. Another single for Japan. Kato gets off the mark. A good start for the home side in the first over. It's 6 for none. So Andriano now comes on to ball from the other end. So pace from one end, spin from the other end. Interesting tactic from the Filipino skipper. She just wants to mix it up. A good ploy, but is it going to be effective enough? The ball's new. You want to give your quicker bowlers a chance with the new ball because as it once it gets older, fast bowlers are not going to get anything out of it. Loopy flighted delivery there. Kato keeps that one out. Andreno will not be able to get a lot of turn with this new ball, but if she can be accurate enough, keep the stumps in play, she'll be able to get a few opportunities. Philippines captain wants to keep the run flow down early doors, which may be one reason why she brought on spin, and that's been nicely stopped. And this could be a run out. Yes, run out early doors for Japan. That's a suicidal run from Otan. Not sure whether the run was on. I'm not really sure why she even started running. The ball was hit straight to the fielder at short backward square leg, and the throw was pretty accurate just above the stumps. Keeper collects it quickly and she whips off the bails in a flash. Philippines get their early breakthrough in the form of a run out, and that will get them up and running. It's 6 for 1 halfway through the second over. So that wicket will just trigger some alarm bells in the Japanese camp. They were going along nicely. In the first over, they accumulated 6 runs, and they just got a little ahead of themselves. They were just not getting any run in this over, and they attempted a suicidal run, and that will leave them very disappointed. Driven, but not into the gap on that occasion. This is turning out to be a very fine over, a tight over from Adriano. She's been probing in this over. She's tossed the ball up, and she's not been afraid to give a lot of air. Oh, now that's gone. That's gone through an inside edge onto the stumps. A double blow for Japan. Wicket in the form of a run out, and now this time a wicket in the form of bowled. And Japan are struggling. Philippines all over Japan at the moment. Look at that. Too much air on that one. Completely deceived. Not sure what she was trying to do. She was trying to belt it through the offside. Goes a little too hard at that one. An inside edge and onto the stumps. Philippines get another wicket. And seriously, some signs of concern. This over has sort of dented the home side big time. They've lost 2 quick wickets in the blink of an eye. 6 for 2 after 2. So Donovan to continue. Low full toss this time. And they'll be mighty relieved that they were able to get a run. The last over completely derailed them. It was a wicket maiden from Philippines. And they were simply on a roll. The fielding side was on a roll in the last over, picking up 2 wickets and really putting the pressure back on Japan after a promising start in the first over. They've got a run against Donovan in this over. Oh, that's an inside edge. Very, very lucky she got away with that. That ball was heading towards the stumps. Donovan tried to fire a Yorker, ended up being a low full toss. Somehow Carter was able to get some bat on it. He's looking to heave it down the ground. You gotta be careful. You don't want to lose another wicket, otherwise Philippines will be right back in it. Don't want to get into a tricky situation early on after being asked to bat first. We got to build a partnership, a base, which we haven't seen. Now that's been nicely played into the gap, flicked away between square leg and mid wicket. I think they've just taken a single. They want to err on the side of caution. They don't want to risk it. I think there was a second run on, but because they lost a wicket early doors in the form of a run out, you just want to err on the side of caution. It's always better to be on the safer side, especially when you are in such a tricky situation. Down the leg side, oh, that's evaded the keeper. This could go all the way. It does. Some bonus runs for Japan, and that will release some pressure. Five wides down the leg side. Donovan really struggling with her radar. That there was a little bit of movement, good little movement into the batter, but clearly the line was horribly wrong. It was drifting down the leg side, and the keeper had to put the dive in, but she just could not get anywhere near the ball, and the ball raced away to the boundary. 5 runs added to Japan's team total. And this is not good bowling once again down the leg side. Two straight on that occasion, another wide. This time the keeper fortunately puts the save. Otherwise, it would have been more runs for Japan. So all that pressure which was built in the last over has somewhat been released. And I think after this over, Donovan may be taken out of the attack. She's been expensive. She's conceded 15 runs. She's into her second over. She's getting movement in the air, but she's just not able to land it in the right areas. Once again, quite straight, but this time into the block hole. She just has to correct her line a little bit. She's getting so much movement, inward movement in the air, then she's got to start from outside off stump, probably fourth or fifth stump channel, get the ball to shape back in, and then she will be able to challenge the inside edge of Iwasaki's bat. But if she starts from middle and leg stump line, it's just going to go down leg, and she's going to gift away runs to the opposition. Just like that, once again, a little too straight, but Iwasaki was not quite comfortable against that ball. She had to take her left foot out of the way. Donovan just has to find a way to ball it a touch wider. And because the length has been pretty ideal so far, she's getting a lot of movement into the right handed batter. She's cramping Iwasaki for room, which is good. Can she correct her line? Oh, she's gone through. That's a beauty. And that is what was needed to lift Philippines up. Donovan was very, very expensive in this over, but she ends this over on a high. Look at that. Just corrects her radar ever so slightly. Balls it around the off stump channel, and the batter, Iwasaki, plays all around it. A Yorker length delivery does the trick for Iwasaki, and the home side in serious trouble now. They've lost 3 wickets inside the power play, and we're only halfway through the power play, mind you. 3 overs done. It's 15 for 3. So Adriano, to continue, she's not conceded a run yet. The bowling has just been phenomenal from Philippines. Donovan, yes, has given away a few runs, but she bowled a brilliant last delivery to get rid of Iwasaki, and that has really helped Philippines tighten the screws a bit further. Adriano continues to impress. She's been very, very miserly. No runs conceded of her bowling yet, and to top it off, she's picked up a wicket. Now she's on the cusp of another maiden. Will be two back-to-back maidens. Not sure if you've seen that from a bowler in this tournament. At the moment, Philippines are chipping away, and she can't get that away. Kato tried to paddle that away around the corner. She's faced 15 balls, still on 3, and another over ticks by. Philippines are in a very good position to dominate the proceedings. It's 15 for 3 after 4. So Donovan has been given another over. And she was very, very expensive, but that wicket has just instilled some hope in her captain. Once again, getting it a little too straight, clipped away by Goto, immediately gets off the mark. Will she come back for the second? No, they decide against it. So Donovan is extracting a lot of lateral movement in the air. She's keeping it quite straight, which is good. But she's got to avoid deliveries like that. You've seen that time and again from her. She's got the tendency to push it down the leg side. That would have been a perfect delivery to a left-hander bowling from over the wicket. But as I said earlier, she has to just start from fourth stump line. She has to start from outside off stump. She made that adjustment in her last over, where she dismissed Iwasaki. She just bowled around the off stump channel, and she was able to get that ball underneath the bat. A bit like that. This time the ball goes the other way. So she's keeping Kato guessing. Kato not really looking very fluent out there in the middle. She's faced 16 balls, only scored 3 runs. There's pressure. There's certainly pressure on her. She's consumed quite a lot of dot deliveries. You don't want to chew a lot of dot deliveries early on, especially inside the power play when not more than 2 fielders are allowed outside the inner ring. There are scoring opportunities which you don't want to miss out on early doors. That's been clipped away, but straight to the fielder at square leg. Can't pierce the infield there. Once again on the pads, clipped away. Runs for Carter. Brilliant stop. Puts the dive in to save 2 crucial runs for her side and good running between the wickets. That will make Japan feel a little better. They're getting some runs. They're getting a bit of a move on. They want the scoreboard to tick along. You're into the fifth over. Only 19 runs. This is a very promising start from Philippines after deciding to bowl first. They've hit the ground running, this hitting their straps right. Donovan has been much better in this over, but she's been too straight at times, something which we have discussed. Just has to get her line a little wider. She managed to do that in the last over, last ball of the last over, and she picked up a wicket down. That's been chipped in the air and just over extra cover. It will be cut off, but they'll come back for a couple more. Score moves on to 21 with that shot. 6 runs of this over. So Japan have been able to score quite freely against Donovan. They've not had any problems, but they've just found it hard to score against Adriano, who's yet to concede a run. They've had some difficulties. Adriano really getting the better of Japan. Will she come on to ball in the next over? We'll have to wait and see. Last ball of the fifth. A fuller length delivery, almost a wide Yorker. Digs that one out. End of the over. It's 21 for 3 after 5. So Adriano given another go, and Goto managed to dab that one away, and first run conceded off the bowling of Adriano after 2 overs. Brilliant bowling from Adriano. She's done so well to put the squeeze on. Lunges forward, defends it back to the bowler. At the moment, Goto and Kato more than happy to survive against Adriano. Good little flight, a little bit of turn as well off the surface. Very watchful from Kato. Keeps that one out. Uses a feed, lofts it down the ground in the air. This could be taken. Another wicket for Adriano. Philippines are right on top. They can't do anything wrong. Kato wanted to go down the ground. The pressure was building. She wanted to take the attack to the bowler. She couldn't quite get hold of that one. The thinking was right, the execution wasn't. Mid on in position, pouches it safely. Fourth wicket goes down, and this power play has been dominated by the fielding side. Philippines right on top, and Japan in dire straits at 22 for 4. So Chandel walks out to the middle. I'm certainly sure she was not expecting to bat this early. She's not expecting that Japan will falter in such a fashion. Still, there's an opportunity for the home side to recover. They've got 14 overs to go, 22 runs on the board, and we have seen any score close to 100 can be a very good score. They've got the possibility to get there. They're just 78 runs away, and they have 16 overs in the bank. And end of another brilliant over from Adriano. Look at the figures: 2 for 1, 2 wickets, 1 run conceded in her 3 overs. A game-changing spell, I must say. Power play done. 6 overs up. It's 22 for 4. So Donovan will be bowling her last over. Captain still wanting her to pick wickets. Almost, she got her wicket, her second wicket there. Goto playing around her front pad just manages to get some bat on it, and I'll tell you what, Japan are living quite dangerously. You just sense that every ball there could be a wicket around the corner. Nicely balled, opens the face of the bat, just steers it down to deep third, and really good delivery from Donovan. That was right into the block hole. Chandel now on strike. And she's quite exceptional with the new ball. And she's got a very rhythmical, smooth action, balls really well. But now she's got a role to play with the bat. She's not off the mark yet. Japan in trouble, and clearly the home side is not out of the woods. And Chandler will need to play a blinder to get Japan out of the hole. Low full toss, a bit of a gift, but just could not connect it cleanly enough. It's a dot ball, crucial dot ball. Can Donovan pick up a wicket? She's been expensive, a little on the higher side, a little erratic as well with her line, but she's getting some movement, and we all know if she gets it right, there could be wickets in the offing for her. She managed to get one wicket. A brilliant Yorker that was to dismiss Iwasaki. Now an outside edge, but it will be cut off by the fielder at deep third, and Chandler opens her account with that single. Shapes away this time, just throws her bat at that one, guides it to deep third, another single taken. At the moment, Japan just dealing in singles, but it doesn't matter how the runs come, as long as they come, even though it's at a very slow rate, scoring rate well under 4. But that shouldn't be a concerning factor as long as they're able to rotate the strike consistently enough. They need runs on the board. They need to set a target for Philippines. That's a pretty high full toss. Is it high enough? Umpire is just checking. He seems satisfied. It's a legal delivery. End of the over. Donovan finishes off her spell. She's got figures of 1 for 24. Could have been a lot better, but she'll take that. And after 7, it's 25 for 4. So Adriano to bowl out. She's only conceded 1 run in 3 overs, and really, she's put in all the hard yards, and she's been very, very disciplined, very accurate with her bowling. A very remarkable effort with the ball. She's got to close out well. But can she manufacture another wicket for her side? Nicely defended, but does not get it past the fielder. And she's going to be having the most economical figures by any bowler in this tournament if she ends with figures of 2 for 1. Nicely defended on the front foot this time. Not a lot of turn on that occasion, the ball going straight on after pitching. She's also getting a little bit of turn away from the right hander. Goto has her work cut out. Oh, an inside edge. That's what saves her in the end. And that was a ripper. And Goto does really well to negotiate that delivery. She judges the flight of the ball well. And Reno getting through this over quite quickly. Now almost a flighted Yorker, I would say, at the stumps. Goto manages to defend that. At the moment, it's just a matter of survival, really, against Adriano. She's been the pick of the bowlers for Philippines. No doubt about that. Can she find a wicket? Oh, almost does. That one's down the leg side. Was there something involved? Was there a pad or bat? Nothing, says the umpire. And Adriano finishes off her 4 overs. Look at that. Look at the figures. 2 for 1. She's only conceded a run. Would you believe it? In her 4 overs in a T20 format, it's absolutely unthinkable. I think she's got the most economical figures. She's the bowler with the most economical figures in this tournament. Without a doubt, she's really played a very crucial role with the ball. Now we'll see the first bowling change after 8 overs. Keane comes into the attack. Can Keane continue that pressure? She's also a very skillful bowler. Starts off with a juicy half volley outside off stump. Chandel flashing hard at that one but missed out. The Philippines should be looking to wrap this innings up as quickly as possible. That's been nicely driven, but it does not have enough legs to reach the boundary. Outfield slightly on the slow side, so they have to run hard. And Chandel has come back for the third run. That was a low full toss, a gift. Yes, but she was able to deal with it quite nicely, picks up 3 valuable runs for her side. Now Goto is on strike, and Goto and Chandel will need to find a way to build a partnership. They're approaching the halfway stage of the innings. They don't have enough runs on the board, and they've lost few wickets. They had to they had to suffer a little bit of damage at the top. Oh, a bit of yes and no in the middle. Much fuller at the stumps this time. Goto very watchful and defends it to extra cover. She changes her guard. She's asking for a leg stump guard. Now middle stump guard. And that's middle, yes. That will be her guard. And Keane has just shortened her run up, I think. And that's a low full toss on the pads. That's been whipped away, but backward square leg will cut it off. So the Pacers have gone for a few runs. The Pacers have been slightly expensive, but Adriano was exceptional. No doubt about it. Just a run conceded in her 4 overs. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And more importantly, she picked up 2 wickets as well. That's slightly off target from Keane. Much better. Yorker and delivery, a late decision to go for that run. Chandler realizing it quite late that there's a scoring opportunity. And that will bring us to the end of the over. 9 overs done is 31 for 4. So another spinner introduced into the attack. Adriano was brilliant with the ball. She really curtailed the flow of runs big time. Can Smith replicate a fraction of that? Now she was completely deceived on that occasion. Chandel, she did really well to not get stumped because certainly when she was drawn forward, she stepped out of her crease, but she did manage to get back on time. That's been punched off the back foot. A bit of yes and no, a little bit of hesitation. You gotta be careful, my word. There will be some hesitation in the middle, there will be some nerves, and you really don't want to lose another wicket here. That's been pulled away, that's been clubbed towards deep square leg. Straight to the fielder. Good looking shot. Could have been a boundary, but went straight to the hands of the fielder. Cut away, this time through the offside between the two fielders at backward point and point, and they'll come back for the second run. Nicely placed into the gap. Runs now coming gradually. The run flow, it's getting a little steady now for Japan. Adreno and Donovan really set the tone for Philippines early on. Now the other bowlers will have to join the party. Cut away this time. Little bit of room on offer. Nicely played, but straight into the hands of the fielder. A little on the shorter side again. Cut away. There's a misfield at point, and that has allowed them to steal a single. So we are at the halfway stage. 10 overs done. Japan trying to rebuild. They find themselves reeling at 35 for 4. And time for the players to have drinks, I reckon. Drinks will be called. Yes, the umpire has taken possession of the ball, and we'll have drinks. Right then, so you've got the drinks interval out of the way. Coming back to the game, looking at the projected scores, Japan are going at 3.5 exactly, 3.5 runs per over, and it'll take them to 70 if they go at this rate for the remainder of the innings. 5 and over will take them to 85, which is a bit better. 7 and over will take them over the 100-run mark. And I think that is what they'll be eyeing. Keen to continue after the drinks interval. Now that's gone through. Has it gone through? No. Sorry, I just got ahead of myself. Goto playing a very risky shot, playing around a front pad. There's an appeal made for a leg before wicket, but umpire not interested. Once again on target from Keane, pitching a lot fuller at the stumps. Goto doing the right thing, just getting her pad out of the way. Don't want to play around your front pad and miss it. Otherwise, you're just asking for trouble. An inside edge on that occasion, hands on the head for Keane. She realized that could have been really really close as well. So far, it's been a tidy start for Keane in this over. Nicely punched off the back for a bit of a misfield by the fielder at point. They will steal a single. They'll try to score off almost every delivery. Just 9 overs to go in this innings. They have to catch up a little bit. They have to switch through the gears just a wee bit. Almost a Yorker length delivery on the toes. Brilliant ball into the block hole, not giving Chandel any room. Chandel just negotiating that one quite safely in the end. Keane was slightly on the higher side in the first over. In this over, she's only conceded a run. That's some comeback with the ball. Now, can she top it off with a wicket under her belt? That's been whipped away slightly on the shorter side. Has she found the gap? It's racing away to the boundary. Fielder puts the dive in, but she was nowhere close to the ball. And that boundary has just spoiled Keane's over a little bit. The first boundary of the Japanese innings as well. It's Chandel who's broken through from the shackles. A slightly leg side-ish delivery and places it quite nicely behind square on the leg side. Everything was right about that shot. It's 40 for 4 after 11. Opens the face of the bat. Smith to continue. She's got the placement right. Will she come back for the second? No, they don't want to risk it. That's a wise call. Now there's a bit of a partnership which is building for Japan. They're getting a bit of a move on. Goto and Chandel into double figures. They've done the bulk of the scoring for their side. Decent contribution from Goto and Chandel, 10 runs each. This is a start, a positive start, can lead them to something really desirable. Down the leg side, a half tracker that's been pulled, but she'll find the fielder at backward point, at backward square leg, I should say. She'll be disappointed that she missed out. That was a hit me ball really, and she couldn't make the most of it. Ends up being a dot ball. Much fuller this time. And now the off stump bail is off. Not sure what has happened there. In fact, it's a wicket. Philippines are celebrating. Now that's a beauty from Smith. The umpires didn't realize that at first, but let's have a look at the dismissal. Yes, just clipped the off stump bail. Brilliantly balled. And Chandel was looking quite impressive. She had got a bit of a start. She is trying to get a move on, and she has been dismissed just at the wrong time. Half the Japanese side back in the hut. It's 41 for 5. So that partnership has been broken, and Philippines are right back in the game. They needed a wicket somewhere because Japan were trying to get back on track. Now they've been robbed to their core once again. Chandel, who was turning out to be a class act, was removed. There was a little bit of confusion in the middle, but the umpires made the right call eventually. Goes on the back foot. Morita, the new batter, has just walked out to bat and she's just managed to open her account first ball. And that's a very good feeling for any batter. As soon as you walk out to bat, you want to get off strike as quickly as possible. It just releases some pressure. He uses a feet, gets it on the full, whips it away towards deep mid wicket. Not a very good delivery, but it'll only cost them a single. The umpire's just getting involved, just advising the Japanese batter to run away from the protected area. And that's also the end of the over as well. 12 overs done. Japan have lost half their side and they've got 43 runs on the board. The score is not updated yet. Should either reflect 43 or 44. But Philippines really. Oh no, there's some confusion out in the middle. Looks like we still had a delivery. Oh no, that's something you don't often see. I probably thought that was the end of the over, but they still had a ball. The Philippines are really keeping Japan on their toes. They're not giving anything away. Down the leg side, that's been whipped away once again, but backward square leg fielder will cut it off. And this will officially be the end of the 12th over as well. 12 overs done. It's 43 for 5. So keen to continue. That's been punched off the back foot, but straight to the fielder at cover. And they've hurried through for a quick single. So Goto holding the innings together for Japan. She is now the highest run getter for Japan in this innings, 12 of 24. A valiant knock, albeit at a slow rate. But we all know strike rate really has been on the lower side for most of the batters in this competition. It's not a very easy wicket to bat on. We've not seen a lot of runs in this competition. So Goto has really done her part so far. It's all about surviving, and she's done well to survive. But now Japan needs to mount a very good score. So they're inching closer to the 50-run mark, and Philippines will be mindful of that. They don't want to chase a very big score. They want to keep Philippines down, possibly below 80-run mark. Not sure if they'll be able to restrict Japan below the 50-run mark unless they pick up few quick wickets. At the moment, they're just chipping away. Goes for the wide Yorker. Morita just hangs on her back foot. Just taps it down the ground to mid off. Doesn't get a run. Oh, that's gone through. Cleaned her up. You beauty. Keen is over the moon. She's overjoyed, and so is Philippines. What a fine over that was. Single in the first ball, and then a series of dot balls, and after that, a wicket. Look at that. What was she trying to do? That was really a nothing shot. She tried to play all around it, and the ball just sneaked through her defenses and rattled the timber. 13 overs done. Japan continue to lose wickets. They find themselves 44 for 6. So Smith to continue. And Philippines tightening the screws big time, and they get another one. They get another one. Another one bites the dust. Japan are in real danger of getting bundled out prematurely. It's a double blow for Philippines. They've picked up 2 wickets in quick succession. Smith has another one. Look at that sharp turn, pitching in from way outside off stump. The batter completely deceived on that occasion. She was all at sea. She didn't know how to play at that, and that extra spin, the sharp spin off the surface, has resulted in her demise. So seventh wicket goes down. Japan staring down the barrel. It's 44 for 7. So an opportunity for Philippines to keep Japan under the 50-run mark. Toguchi now in the middle, and I'm afraid Japan do not have a lot of batting to come. Fujikawa is a very fine all-rounder. She's got some runs under her belt. Toguchi can bat a little bit, but guess what? They've got 6 overs of play. They've got 6 overs in this innings, and they'll have to bat really well out of their skins to survive those 6 overs. And not just it's not just about survival. Really, they need to score runs as well. The score now moves on to 45. Dokchi gets off the mark immediately. Japan needs runs. Doesn't matter how the runs come, they will try to eke out every single run from here on. Short and wide, that's been cut away. Not entirely out of the middle of the bat, just going to pierce the offside field. Punched straight to point. Good bit of fielding there. At the moment, Philippines just chipping away into the 14th over. 1 hour play has the 1 hour of play has been reached. Over it slightly, I would say, on the slower side. By now, they should have probably bowled 15 overs. 13.5 they've bowled. Misses out on the cut. Very tentative Fujikawa. She didn't really look comfortable in that over. She manages to survive. 14 overs done. It's 45 for 7. Look at the projected rates. Clearly now they won't be able to reach the 100 run mark even if they go at 9 runs per over. Current rate will take them to 64. Oh, that's close. That's very close. Tokchi was looking to play across the line. She was hit on her pads, possibly going down leg, I reckon, but that was worth a shout. Japan living dangerously. Tokchi looking to play some risky shots. She's got to be careful because another wicket is just around the corner for Philippines. They're bowling so well, keen into a last over. Nicely struck straight to the fielder at extra cover. This could have been close had there been a direct hit, but I don't think there was anyone backing up, so the fielder did not release the ball there. Chipped it in the air and nicely struck well over the fielder at point. Will they come back for the second? Nicely done eventually. She really had to hurry back for the second run. She's done it eventually in the end. Score now moves on to 47. Every run matters at this stage. Lianamis a little wider. A rare bad delivery we've seen from Keane, and that extra will help. It'll take Japan's score to 48 now. That's been dragged away on the leg side, straight to the fielder at square leg. And another quick single taken. So Japan getting close to the 50 run mark. And that'll give them some relief, some psychological relief if they get there. Nicely bowled Yorker there, Fujikawa. Just squeezing that one out. She had to expose all three stumps though to play that shot. Something you don't want to do. Not a great idea though against a delivery like that, but she survives. Played through the offside. A bit of a misfield by the fielder at extra cover. She came charging at the ball and she's gifted away maybe a couple of runs. Could be more overthrows. Oh dear. A comedy of errors, really, from the Filipino fielders. They've taken a couple of runs, I think. We'll wait for the updated score. But we have reached the end of the over. 2 runs taken. It's 51 for 7. Japan have crossed the 50 run mark after 15 overs. So Smith to continue. It's her last over as well. The spinners have bowled really well for Philippines in this match. Quicker bowlers were also really good. They played their part. Apart from Donovan, who was slightly on the higher side, but she still did well in the end. She picked up a wicket. Another misfield by a Filipino fielder, gifting away a single. Plays it off the back foot, defends it back to the bowler. Now that has possibly bounced a couple of times before reaching the batter. A no ball Smith getting it too short. First bad ball we have seen from her in this match. And Japan have got the opportunity to take full advantage of it. Fujikawa on strike. Can she hit the long ball? She heaves it away on the leg side, but she won't find the gap. The two boundary riders on the leg side. Will be a couple of runs. Good running between the wickets. That's been pulled away on the leg side. Is it into the gap? No, deep square leg cuts it off. Every run here matters for Japan. They've got a target to set, 56 on the board, 4 overs to go after this one. They've done well to cross the 50-run mark. It has come at some cost, really. Tokshi and Fujikawa trying to stitch together a partnership to keep Japan alive. Now that's been slapped down the ground towards mid-on. So they're trying to be a little bit aggressive, Tokchi and Fujikawa. End of the over, it's 57 for 7. So Castillo comes into the attack for the first time. And starts off with a loopy full toss, but guess what? She's picked up a wicket in a very unexpected manner. She balls a loose delivery. And last thing you're thinking of is a wicket off that delivery. Look at that at the stumps, and she looking to heave that one away on the leg side. Picked out the fielder at mid wicket, and Castillo strikes in a very first ball. A dream start for her. Not the best delivery though, but it has resulted in a wicket and a desirable outcome for Philippines. It's 57 for 8. Now the Japan staring down the barrel. Castillo very fortunate that she picked up a wicket of a delivery like that, which should have been taken to the cleaners. And that wicket brings Ogawa out to the middle. Castillo has got her tail up. Now much better. Much better. Keeping it straight, landing it around the off stump line, getting the ball to pitch. That's something you want to see as a bowler. Japan will need to find a way to bat the remaining deliveries. They need to get through this innings unfazed. Even a score of 70 plus will give them an edge. Low full toss again, chipped in the air, could be taken. Well, just falls short of the fielder at mid off. So Castillo creating some opportunities for a side, albeit of a full toss. As long as you're effective in this format, it doesn't matter what you bowl. Even a full toss can get you a wicket if you execute it correctly. Low full tosses are not hard, not easy to hit. And look at that, that was really a chance which has gone begging now. Run out attempt at the bowler's end. There's so much happening. There's absolute madness in the middle. A drop chance with two fielders converging, and then could have been a direct hit as well at the bowler's end. But now they've taken the score to 60. Japan really fighting hard for their runs. Chips it in the air once again. Airborne shot, a little bit of risk involved. Fujikawa and Ogawa are taking some risks. Not sure if that's needed. Not right now when you've got 3 overs to go and just 2 wickets in hand. You really have to maintain a cautious approach. But they've just thrown caution to the wind. Castillo could have had 2 wickets in this over. Last ball of the over. It's been a successful one for Castillo and for Philippines. Ogawa keeps that one away. 17 overs done. It's 61 for 8. So Busa comes into the attack, keeper standing up, right arm gentle medium pace, and she'll be looking to be as accurate as possible. Pitch the ball up, keep it straight, allow the two batters to play a rash shot. Just don't give them any width whatsoever. And that's one's down the leg side. Keeper doesn't collect it cleanly. 2 valuable runs added to the team total. It will be a wide. So we haven't officially started the over yet. 3 runs on the board. Sorry, 2 runs on the board in this over. And we don't have a ball bowled. 63 is the score. If they can somehow get to 80, and Japan would know that they're in the game. On the pass this time. Oh no, she's off, and this could be a run out. Oh, the throw really poor. Very poor. Fujikawa was off. She wanted the run. Ogawa stayed rooted to her crease. She reacted very late to that run, but the throw was really wayward at the bowler's end, and she was able to get through. Now, once again, she was off. Ogawa was off. She wanted the run, and that's something you will expect from the tail enders. They'll not know when to run and when not to run. and that can lead to further catastrophes. Now that's been chipped in the air and on the leg side, safe enough shot. There was no one uh, on the leg side, but it'll be cut off by the fielder in the deep. The 2 runs taken. That's been cut away straight to the fielder at a backward point, but a missed field will allow them to take a single. So Philippines just releasing a little bit of pressure. They dropped a catch in the previous over, which should have been taken, and then they missed out. They missed a run out opportunity in this over, and now they're just allowing the two Japanese batters to score freely against Busa, who hasn't bowled all that badly. Play and a miss. Good length delivery. Just couldn't get that one away. Beaten again. Goes past the outside edge of his bat, of a bat, I should say. End of the over. 18 overs done. It's 67 for 8. Chipped in the air and just falls short of the fielder at mid on. It'll be runs for Fujikawa. Will they come back for the second? Yes, they do. This is good batting. They're able to get runs at a decent rate. And at this rate, Japan will go on to get to 80, which will give them that edge. Philippines will have to realize they need to pick up the remaining 2 wickets as quickly as possible. They've allowed Japan to just get off the hook a little bit in these last few overs. And slightly tentative, Ogawa staying rooted to her crease, didn't really move her feet much. The ball going past the outside edge of her bat. Gets beaten on the drive, too full on that occasion from Castillo. Ogawa misses out yet again. 2 dot balls. I haven't seen quite a lot of dot deliveries in the past 2 overs or so. And we're just seeing a little bit of a momentum shift. Japan just getting some useful runs towards the end. Now a very good Yorker and a shy at the stumps. Little off target, the throw little off target. They've taken a run. 1 ball left in the penultimate over. 80, the score of 80 still within reach for Japan. Philippines would know that they have a very big run chase ahead. Straight to the fielder at mid on, but she doesn't grab it cleanly enough, and Fujikawa hurries through for a single. 19 overs done, it's 72 for 8. Last over of the innings, Busa coming on to ball, wrapped on the pads. Now she's very late to react for that run. Throw once again too wayward, very off target. Fujikawa was very slow to set off for a run there. It will be signaled as leg byes. Slightly on the shorter side, opens the face of the bat, just guides it to point. Another quick single taken. Philippines will have to keep the run flow down. Japan is inching closer and closer to the 80 run mark. And they would know anything above 80 or anything around 80 will really test their batters. Batting hasn't been very convincing from Philippines. And she shuffles across, but that's way down the leg side. Will be a wide. Good take by the keeper behind the stumps. She shuffles across again. She misses. Not sure whether she got any bat on it. They'll steal a run whichever way they can. By signaled a belated decision from the umpire there. That's way down the leg side. Oh dear, that could be costly. It could be runs. Fortunately, ball does not have enough legs to reach the boundary, and this could be close. Oh, they are stealing runs like anything really. This is really poor stuff from Philippines. They're releasing all the pressure. And three valuable runs added to Japan's team total. In fact, 4 runs. It will be 3 runs plus the wide. We wait for the updated score. Yes, 80 is the score. And Busa is just not getting her radar right. Is proving to be a touch too costly. This should be close. No, another run out opportunity missed. Would you believe it? Philippines not really helping themselves uh, in these death overs. They've missed far too many opportunities. There were quite a lot of run out opportunities which they couldn't cash in. Then they dropped the catch an over ago, I guess. So they've been a little erratic. They've been all over the place when it comes to their fielding. And that's another wide, and they have stolen another run. Frustration for Philippines. They're just gifting away runs. In fact, it's a leg by, so she gets away with it. Musa will be disappointed. She's given away a lot of runs. Lots of extras in this over. And Philippines needed a strong finish, but Japan have been able to get over the 80 run mark. And you could even see the celebration from, I think, Ogawa as soon as the 80 run mark was reached. They now know that they have a target. They will have a good target. And there was some touch involved, I reckon. Another leg bite taken. But it's been an expensive over. A decent finish towards the end for Japan. They've managed to crawl their way to 83. And target for Philippines is going to be a competitive 84. Let's have a look at the batting card. The openers not really able to get a move on. Ota and Kato were removed pretty quickly by Adriano. Adriano was really in devastating form early doors for Philippines. Yanagira failed to open her account. Then a little bit of resistance from Goto and Chendil. A bit of a partnership between them, 12 and 10. And then Fujikawa playing a bit of a blinder towards the end, 16 of 22. The leading run scorer for Japan in this match. 3 runs added by Ogawa and 6 useful runs added by Toguchi. And some small contributions towards the end have taken Japan to 83. And let's have a look at the bowling card. You can clearly see Andriano, the pick of the bowlers. Look at the economy rate, 0.25. Perhaps the most economical bowler in this tournament. Without a question, 2 wickets, only conceding 1 run, 1 wicket for Donovan, slightly on the higher side, 1 wicket for Keane, very economical figures as well. Alex Smith played her part as well, 2 wickets for 14 runs in her allotted 4 overs, 1 wicket for Castillo as well, and Busa just proving to be a touch expensive towards the end, goes wicketless, only wicketless bowler for Philippines. So the bowlers have done their part, and now the batters have a task in their hand. 84 is the ask for Philippines. That's the target for them, and we'll be back for the run chase after the short break. Stay tuned, everyone.
とちあいかっていう品種が栃木県では一番新しい品種。
甘い。
佐野市名産の完熟いちごをたくさんご用意しております。ぜひお越しください。
佐野の美味しいいちごを使ったパフェをぜひ皆さん作りませんか？待ってます。
いただきます。
昭和レトロ感のあるこの昔ながらのゲストハウスになってます。いろんな地元の人と交流できる場所です。
50% off. 美味しい。
ビーガンとグルテンフリーにこだわってなるべくオーガニックで作っております。皆様ご来場お待ちしてます。
蒸して柔らかく甘くしたお芋をここで皮を剥きます。
涙が出る。
上にジャンプ、そうそう上にジャンプ、そうそのまま。
いらっしゃいます。佐野餃子。
音が
削れる音が気持ちがいいです。
そうです。できました。
いただきます。
美味しい。陰影をつけて描くと絵が生き生きしてくると思います。
出ました。
楽しんでいただけました。
楽しかった。ど真ん中タヌマ。
こしあんと粒あん。
佐野市がおすすめしている B 級グルメ、芋フライと黒唐揚げ、ぜひ食べに来てね。
柔らかい。美味しい。
いただきます。いただきます。
Right then, we are gearing up to see an exciting run chase unfold between Japan and Philippines. Japan have managed to crawl their way to 83 runs, and in the process they have set Philippines a very competitive target of 84. It's not a big score on the board by any means. Philippines will have to score at 4.2 runs per over. That's not a big ask, but this is a very low scoring ground, and the pitch ideally suits the bowlers. There's turn on offer. The new ball tends to move around a little bit. Run scoring quite hard on this ground, and we've seen the Philippines batting. It's a little bit on the vulnerable side, so their batting will be tested. It's a testing target which Japan have set on the board. Chandel will kick off the proceedings in the run chase. She got 10 to 12 useful runs under her belt in the first half. That will make her feel confident. Smith will be facing the first ball, and Andriano, who was brilliant with the ball, just conceding a run in her 4 over spell, she'll be at the non striker's end. So here we go. First ball of the run chase coming up. Nicely ball. Look at that. Look at that inward movement. Jags back in quite a bit. Smith just shuffles across and really gets a bat down on time to keep that one out. Goes past the outside edge. This time the ball goes the other way, angles across. Smith didn't have a clue really. 2 consecutive dot balls to start with. Similar delivery. Ball angling away. Smith gets beaten past the outside edge of a bat. It's important Japan get off to a terrific start with the ball, pick up wickets up front. And Philippines will have to bat really well, just deny the wickets to Japan, and that's been worked away on the leg side. First runs for Philippines in this run chase. Smith is off the mark. Short and wide, little bit of room on offer. That ball was there to be hit. Dreno facing a first ball, slightly tentative on that occasion. Little late on that shot as well, I guess. It's been a fine over so far from Chandel. The pace has been really good. She's got the ball to move back in as well. This time a touch too straight, tucked away on the leg side, and a comfortable single taken. And Riano is off the mark as well. 1 over done, it's 2 for none. So Kato comes on to ball the second over of the run chase. Similar tactics deployed. That's been lofted down the ground over the bowler's head, and the ball just evades the fielder at mid-on. They're going for the second run. This could be close. Direct hit as well. The umpire says not out. Now, boy, that was a very risky shot. The fielder at mid-on was certainly interested. She was circling under it, but she just couldn't get close to the ball. She didn't get close enough. And a lifeline for Andriano. So the Philippines captain in the first half had a similar strategy: pace from one end, spin from the other end. And now she's got the revenge. She has got the revenge. A loose stroke from Adriano, looking to play across the line. A rash shot. The ball just keeping a little bit low, I guess. Kato doing all the right thing, pitching it up at the stumps. Let's have a look at the dismissal. And she was not in a position to play that shot. The ball just skidding through off the surface and catching her off guard. Philippines have lost their first wicket. Kato has a wicket to her name. It's 4 for 1. So, pace from one end, spin from the other has worked for Japan so far. They've got the early breakthrough. Now, Valdez out in the middle, and spinners have been quite effective on this at this venue, historically speaking, and even in this match, spinners have been able to pick up quite a lot of wickets. They've been far more effective as opposed to the quicker bowlers. Kato immediately creating an opportunity for his ball. The second ball, she didn't need the support of her fielders because she was able to sneak that one through and dismiss the opener cheaply. Plays it off the back foot. Left alone. Very watchful Valdez on that occasion. A very probing over from Kato comes to a close. It's 4 for 1 after 2. So Chandler into the attack, round the wicket, serves a low full toss. Smith was able to negotiate that quite easily. Nudges it down the ground for a single. Strike back to Valdez, who's yet to open her account in this match. She's played 4 deliveries. Oh, nicely balled. Swings back in very, very late and very, very sharply in the air. Chandel is a very skillful operator, especially with the new ball. She balls at really good pace, and when she gets her line and length right, she can be very, very threatening with the ball. Valdez does really well to keep that ball out because that was heading towards the stumps without a question. This time, slightly on the shorter side, dabs it away to point, does not get a run. Still unbeaten, still not off the mark yet. He's faced six deliveries, yet to score a run. Now she tries to get a single. She'll get one. So finally, she's off the mark and she'll be relieved after getting that one away. As asking rate still not an issue at the moment. There's plenty of time for Philippines to catch up. But Japan looking for their second win of the tournament. Really want to finish strong. Tomorrow is the deciding day. Oh, that one's probably missing leg stump. Smith was caught on a crease on that occasion. Ball just jagging back in very late. Chips it in the air. Opportunity perhaps. No, just falls short of the fielder at mid on. A risky shot. There's a lot of risk involved. He wanted to go over the top. Oh, thankfully, she did not hit it too cleanly. Otherwise, that would have gone straight into the hands of the fielder. End of the over. It's 7 for 1 after 3. On the pads this time, Smith unable to tuck that one away. Loopy leg spinner. Chandler has so far been very impressive. She's only given away 5 runs in 2 overs. Ideally, she would want to pick up a wicket. And looks like the ball has just fallen short. Smith going at it with hard hands. Philippines not really looking settled in this run chase at all. Scoring rate on the lower side. Could have been wicket number 2 on that occasion. Kato bowling brilliantly. And Japan would want to finish strong and make it to the playoffs. If they win this one by a big margin, yes, there is a possibility they will be able to make it to the playoffs. Now, a field change after that shot. Looking to heave it away on the leg side. Finds the fielder at short mid wicket. It was an aerial shot, just didn't carry to the fielder there. Plays it off the back foot, cuts it uppishly towards deep cover. Will take a single. Straight to the fielder on that occasion. But they'll take a single. That's what they need to do. In fact, it's a dot ball. No, the score is getting corrected. They have taken a single. Fends it away on the leg side. Will be a dot to finish the 4th. It's 9 for 1 after 4. So Fujikawa into the attack for the first time. 2 overs 2 inside the power play. Almost a chance. She's appealing, pleading with the umpire. Shake of the head from the umpire there. That was probably going down the leg side in all likelihood. Once again, a similar sort of delivery, a similar sort of shot being attempted by Smith. She doesn't get hold of it, gets struck on her pads once again, but clearly going down leg. That's what saved her in the end. Nicely driven, over pitched, a juicy half volley, driven straight to cover for no run. Chips it in the air towards mid off, and they've taken another single. So Philippines trying to get a bit of a move on. Outside edge, a run away, runs for Valdez. She desperately needs some runs under her belt. She'll take it whichever way she can. Ooh, that one's pretty close. Goes past the outside edge of her bat. Good way to end the over. It's 10 for 1 after 5. Oh, nicely balled by Kato. Valdez goes really deep in her crease to defend that. Nicely driven through the offside. Extra cover does really well to get around it. Singles are coming slowly but surely. Philippines starting to motor along a wee bit. Still, they have to improve their scoring rate, which currently stands at 2.06. Need to score at least 3. Manages to get some bat on that one. Otherwise, that would have gone on to hit the stumps. Down the leg side, and that'll be reballed. I'm afraid it's a wide. Outside edge, was there an edge? Or was it off the keeper's gloves? It's hard to tell. But certainly the ball popped up in the air and it got probably everyone excited for a moment. I think the fielder was not quite able to catch that ball. She's stationed near the gully region. Grabs that one away to the offside. And we're almost done with the power play. 12 is the score. Philippines have done well not to lose too many wickets. They've only lost one. They've got to improve the scoring rate just a touch. No need to play at that. That'll be a wide. Another run and another extra delivery to score off. Nicely defended, but oh, there's a misfield by the fielder at short extra cover. She allows it to go through. End of the over, end of the power play as well. 6 overs done, it's 14 for 1. And the Philippines require exactly 70 runs to win in their remaining 14 overs. So 70 of 84, required run rate touching 5. It's creeping up gradually. So Philippines will have to be mindful of that. Chips it in the air and, well, she's just gotten away with it. A risky shot. There's a lot of risk involved. She didn't hit it cleanly enough, but still manages to get it up and over the fielder at mid wicket. Punched off the back foot, but no timing on that occasion. Fujikawa is the one bowling her second over. And Japan just rushing through their overs. And that's what happens when you have spinners operating. They take around 2 minutes to bowl their over. Once again, can't get that one away. Every dot ball is leading to pressure. Every dot ball will bump up the asking rate. Nicely played on the back foot. End of the over, 7 overs done, it's 15 for 1. So Carter to ball her last over, looking for her second wicket. Almost a chance there. Ball nearly carried to the slip fielder. Goes on the back foot, punches it straight to the fielder at short extra cover. Slightly overpitched, Fuller driven straight to extra cover. Could have been overthrows as well. Leading edge this time. Ball pops up in the air, but well wide of the fielder's reach. Well wide of any fielder, in fact. The dot balls building pressure. We've seen quite a lot of dot deliveries in this Filipino run chase. There's been no momentum whatsoever for Philippines. Yes, they've only lost one wicket, But it's time for them to get a bit of a move on. They don't want to be too far behind. They don't want it to go deep. Now this is close. There's an appeal. She's struck on her back leg, I guess. She's certainly caught in her crease, but not out, says the umpire. Keeps that one out. End of the over. Kato is done with her spell, and she's registered figures of 1 for 9 in her 4 overs. Brilliant piece of bowling from her. Philippines trying to get a bit of a move on. They're 17 for 1 after 8. Fujikawa into her 3rd over. She's not been able to get that one away. Dot delivery, and that's the equation in your on your screens. 67 of 70. Philippines are running out of deliveries. The required run rate still under 6. They don't want it to go above 6 runs per over. Clean her up. Smith's gone. Her labored stay at the crease comes to a close. She faced 28 deliveries, managed to get just 8 runs, and Japan here have got a very valuable wicket. Look at that, nicely tossed up. She goes onto the back foot. The ball spins back in sharply. Little bit of zip off the surface as well. And the second wicket goes down. Philippines just losing a little bit of momentum. The game just gradually slipping through the fingers. They're 17 for 2 after 8.3. So Japan flexing their muscles with the ball big time. Anything above 80 was always going to be tricky. The Philippines had the opportunity to bundle out Japan cheaply below the 50 run mark. They failed to do so. There was a little bit of resistance after. There was a little bit of resistance towards the end. Japan lost 7 wickets. The 8 wicket partnership managed to get a few runs, and Japan were not able to. Correction, it's Philippines who were not able to wrap up the tail, and they gave away quite a lot of easy runs towards the end, and that's why they're chasing a very tricky target of 84. It could have so easily been 64 or 74. Now she's been hit on her head, I guess, but it's fine. It looks as though it's fine. So another over takes by. Philippines are 17 for 2 after 9. The required run rate, as you can see, is clearly crept up above 6. This is going to get very, very tricky now for Philippines. Time is running out. Just 11 overs to go after this. Philippines will be disappointed that they couldn't get Japan all out within the 50-run mark. They would have restricted Japan below 50. They would have certainly had a chance by now. They could have easily got home, but since they haven't, they lost a little bit of steam towards the end. They were just giving away far too many easy runs in the first half after after getting Japan 7 down for 45 runs. They just allowed them to just break from the shackles. Now Tokchi coming into the attack for the first time. And right arm leg spinner. This starts off well, right on the money, straight away. Floated delivery, very, very loopy. A touch too wide as per the umpire's liking. And that wide, that run will help, really help Philippines. Need some runs. They really need it. At the moment, runs have been hard to come by. Look at Valdez. Look at her strike rate. 3 runs of 20 balls. That's a beauty. Spinning away quite sharply. Valdez didn't have a clue at all. The ball was really spinning away. Turned extravagantly, I should say, beating the outside edge of Valdez's bat. Chips it in the air, tries of catch it, goes a long way up in the air, falls safely, just evades the fielder at mid-on. They'll come back for the second run. At the moment, runs hard, very, very hard to come by, but they'll take it whichever way it comes. Still 64 runs adrift. 64 runs needed in a little over 10 overs. Not going to be easy at all. They'll have to go at a run a ball. They'll have to score a run almost every delivery, which is going to be very difficult, especially against informed Japanese spinners. And Japan has a very potent spin bowling attack. They've got some crafty spinners, a plethora of options. Tokchi is very, very capable with the ball as well. Look at the way she's throwing it up, inviting the batter to go for the big shot. She almost created a chance in the previous delivery. I think it was a couple of deliveries ago. Left alone on that occasion. Valdez could have just thrown her bat at that one. Required run rate creeping up. They'll have to start scoring. Philippines. They're just allowing this game to drift away from them. Slightly on the shorter side. Will have to be rebowled. In fact, it's a no ball. Wide was signal, which was later revoked. And now a new signal has been issued by the umpire because Tokchi was not able to. Tokchi had not able to ball it well enough. It was too short, couple of bounces, and now Valdez was not able to capitalize on the free hit delivery, and she is disappointed with herself. 10 overs done. It's 21 for 2. And we've reached the halfway stage of the innings, and we will be having a drinks break. So we're back at it again. Drinks is over, and Philippines have got a mountain to climb. Slowly but surely, the game is drifting away from their grasp. 63 needed in 10 overs, in the remaining 10 overs, and now she's outstumped, I guess. Clearly deceived in the flight. Donovan looking to hoik it down the ground. She wanted to go for the big shot. She realized that time was running out. She had to do something different. But the bowler gets the better of her. Let's have a look. Just drags her length a little short. The bowler saw her advancing down the ground, and she was completely deceived in the flight. And good piece of glove work by the keeper behind the stumps. She whipped the bails in a flash, and jubilation for the home side. All smiles around. They know they are really in a good position. They are in a very, very commanding position to dominate the visitors, and it's their game to win really now from here. They're not out of the woods yet, but they find themselves in the driver's seat. So this is a good start after the drinks break by Japan, and the Philippines have got their backs against the wall. Now that's going to be a wide. Gets a radar wrong, fires it down the leg side. That will have to be reballed. Nicely punched off the back foot straight to the fielder at cover. An inside edge and onto the stumps. Would you believe it? She's on a roll. And Japan have another one. Keen, the latest victim, goes for a duck as well. Things are not going in Philippines' favor, and they are falling apart rapidly. Let's have a look at the dismissal. A little bit of turn into Keen, into the right hander, and all she could do was chop it back onto her stumps. Terrific ball to get rid of her. And Philippines, well, nothing is going their way at the moment, and they're staring down the barrel big time. It's 22 for 4. Chips it in the air. Could be another wicket. Oh my goodness gracious. Would you believe it? It's turning out to be a disaster really for Philippines. Busa comes. Busa goes. That's been the end of her innings. Her innings has lasted only one delivery. Look at that. Floated in the air. Induces a false shot. And Busa couldn't resist the drive. She lofts it in the air but not long enough, and a sharp catch by the fielder at short extra cover. Japan is on the verge of a team hat trick, and so is the bowler. In the blink of an eye, after the drinks break, Japan have been on a roll. So that bit of a pause has really done wonders for the home side. From 21 for 2, Philippines have slipped to 22 for 5 in the space of just few deliveries. My word, that's a breathtaking performance with the ball. And now Fujikawa on a hat trick. Look at her figures. 4 for 4. She has picked up 2 wickets in this over. 3 wickets have fallen in this over. She can pick up another one. My word, it's turning out to be a very, very happy outing for Japan, I must say. Hat trick ball coming up. Just does well to survive that. That was another testing delivery. Keen had to get that one away. She did. But now Philippines reeling. They're in all sorts of pressure. They are in a strife. They've lost half their side. 9 overs to go after this one. And is that a catch? Was there some bat involved? No, says the umpire. And that was a testing over, possibly the game-changing over from Fujikawa. That should be the game for the home side. They're not done yet, but Philippines are in all sorts of trouble. It's 22 for 5 after 11. .62 needed in the remaining 9 overs. Clearly, required run rate is getting out of hand. It's touching 7. More importantly, to further compound their problems, they've lost 5 wickets. They've lost 3 wickets in the last over alone. So they've just lost the momentum and they are off track. They're really getting off track now. Plays it very late, cut away, and straight to the fielder at extra cover. Chips it in the air. This should be taken. Another wicket. Another one bites the dust. Dogchi has got a wicket to her name. Japanese bowlers, the spinners are on a roll. Whatever they touch turns into gold. Really. And Philippines are just throwing wickets away. Look at that. A soft dismissal. Nicely tossed up. Keane was completely deceived in the flight. Just chips it with hard hands and straight to the fielder at short extra cover. Philippines are disintegrating big time here at Sano International Cricket Stadium. They did really well with the ball early on, though they were a little bit lackluster towards the back end, but with the bat, they're seriously letting themselves down. Just 4 wickets now left, and after the drinks interval, the Japanese bowlers, the spinners, have been on a rampage really. They've picked up 4 wickets after the drinks break, after the halfway point, and Philippines have literally no chance of making a comeback unless they do something out of the ordinary, unless one of them go on to play a blinder, which is highly unlikely at this stage because they're finding it very difficult to tackle the Japanese spinners. Castillo has marked out her guard. She's walked out to bat at number 8. And still, they've got a very long way to go. And the fielder at short extra cover stays there, stays where she is. She could be expecting another catch any moment. Oh, no, what has happened there? Almost a chance. Castillo, living quite dangerously, was looking to sweep it across the line, completely gets deceived in the air, in the flight. Now she's looking looking for the drive, but guess what? That's a careless bit of batting, I must say, from Castillo. She was going for the drive, the ball spinning away from her, and she dragged her back foot across. She didn't really get her back foot behind the line, and she knows it. Lazy shot, Very lazy approach. Tokchi gets another wicket to her name, and Japan are just inching closer to victory. They are smelling victory, that's for sure. And they'll be looking to wrap up this run chase as quickly as possible. Some poor batting from the Filipino batters, especially from Castillo, who was completely deceived in the flight, and she did not even make any attempt to get her back foot inside the line. And full marks to the bowler, full marks to the keeper as well for affecting that stumping. Now she gets another one. Would you believe it? What on earth is happening here? Miranda comes and Miranda goes as well. Another duck. She goes for a golden duck, and Tokchi also on the verge of a hat trick. Let's have a look at the dismissal. Nicely tossed up. She wanted to go big on the leg side. Her feet did not go anywhere. She stayed rooted to her crease. Look at Valdez's reaction. She was on her knees and disappointed, wondering why did Miranda even go for a shot like that. Tokji doing everything right, getting the ball to spin back in quite sharply, and another wicket goes. Philippines are in real danger of getting bundled out very quickly, and clearly nothing has gone their way after the drinks interval. It's been a total tragedy, really. They've lost wickets in heaps. They've lost 6 wickets. Mind you, 6, would you believe it? In the space of 11 balls. Absolutely astonishing. And now Tokchi is on a hat trick, and Medianista will be facing the music. Can we see the first hat trick of the tournament? Tokchi's got the ball in hand. She's got one ball left. She's been on a roll. And guess what? She has picked up a hat trick. Would you believe it? Bang, bang, bang. Tokchi goes bang, bang, bang. And it's a hat trick. We have seen the first hat trick of the Japan's women's T20 tournament. Tokchi was the first bowler to pick up a hat trick. Look at that, a low full toss, completely deceived in the flight. Medianesta had to just survive that ball. All she does is push it straight into the hands of the fielder at short extra cover. Tokchi has picked up 4 wickets. Game changing over, really, and Philippines have literally lost the plot. They've lost 7 wickets in the space of just 2 overs. And I get a feeling this could get over really soon. Very, very soon. Look at that. Smiles all around. The Japanese fielders are celebrating. I think it was Ishikawa who missed out on the hat trick ball in the last over. But Tokchi has managed to get one. It's been a happy outing for the Japanese bowlers. They're picking wickets for fun. And I think they must have had a positive chat at the drinks interval. They may have had a game plan, which is why we're seeing Philippines capitulating big time with the bat. Now Chandel, she's been wicketless and she'll be looking to wrap up this innings as quickly as possible. Valdez has been seeing all the carnage unfold at the other end. Now, was there an outside edge? No, very, very close to the outside edge. Valdez has been seeing all the carnage unfold from the other end, and she'll be very disappointed that she could not play a part while this carnage was happening. Just manages to survive. That's Valdez. How much more can Philippines get from here? There's clearly no way they'll be able to win this one. They've already lost way too many wickets than they should have at this stage. Lovely delivery, and Chandel in disbelief. She can't believe her luck. That was a really good delivery. Once again, mighty close to the outside edge of Valdez's bat. Can Valdez offer a little bit of resistance and basically just give Philippines a little bit of respite? It's been a day to forget really for the Philippines. Down the leg side, and that's gone through. Now has it touched something? Leg by signaled. Was very close to the helmet as well. Could have been a leg by and 5 penalty runs as well. The keeper has to keep the helmet in line with the stumps. Not sure if the umpire has the visual of that. Tries to swing across the line. Now this could be close. Could be a run out. And she's thrown it at the stumps. And that has been a very disappointing performance from Philippines. That is how the innings ended, in a run out. And that has been the story of the run chase for Philippines. Look at that. Taira was not even looking. She was too late to react to that run. And by the time she grounded her bat, it was already too late. Philippines have been bulldozed for 24. I'm afraid a very subpar performance, below par performance with the bat. I think they were pretty alright with the ball, but with the bat, look at that. A shocking scorecard. 8 runs from Alex Smith at the top, offering a little bit of resistance. Adriano scoring 3 runs, Wallace staying unbeaten in the end. And look at that. The rest of the batters, my word, it's unbelievable. I'm just lost for words. So many ducks. All the remaining 8 batters getting dismissed for a duck. 7 extras conceded by the Japanese bowlers. Look at that. Just 4 bowlers used. They didn't have to explore any other alternatives. 4 wickets each for Fujikawa and Togchi. They were in destructive form with the ball. And Kato picking up a wicket. Chandel was alright, but she ended up wicketless. Disciplined bowling, and look at that. After the drinks interval, Fujikawa and Togchi tightened the screws big time, and they have been able to decimate Philippines for 24. That's the match summary. Japan crawling their way to 83. A decent score they managed to achieve on the back of Fujikawa's fine cameo of 16 of 22, 12 from Goto. Chandel also getting 10 useful runs. 2 wickets for Adriano and Smith. They were the pick of the bowlers in the first half. Philippines in response could not offer any resistance whatsoever. And the Japanese bowlers were too good for Philippines in this second innings. And Japan have managed to win the second game of the tournament. It's a big win for the home side. They've managed to crush Philippines by a margin of 59 runs. Stay tuned for the next game, which is lined up. We will be on air very, very shortly, in just a little under 2 hours time. Thank you so much for watching. We shall catch up with you very, very soon.
佐野市がおすすめしている B 級グルメ、芋フライと黒唐揚げ、ぜひ食べに来てね。
柔らかい、おいしい。
佐野市名産の完熟いちごをたくさんご用意しております。ぜひお越しください。
美味しいいちごを使ったパフェをぜひ皆さん作りませんか？待ってます。
昭和レトロ感のあるこの昔ながらのゲストハウスになってます。いろんな地元の人と交流できる場所です。
50% off
ビーガンとグルテンフリーにこだわってなるべくオーガニックで作っております。皆様のご来場お待ちしてます。
蒸して柔らかく甘くしたお芋をここで皮を剥きます。
涙が出る。
上にジャンプ、そうそう、上にジャンプ、そうそうそう、そのまま。
佐野餃子。
外ができました。
いただきます。美味しい。
陰影をつけて描くと絵が生き生きしてくると思います。
できました。
楽しんでいただけました。
楽しかった。いただきます。